Again, what you'll want for this class are a lighter set of weights, maybe medium, heavy set of weights. You're going to need them for an upright row, a bicep curl, and a chest press on the floor. We will be on the floor quite a bit for each set. So we have 2 circuits today. We go through each circuit 3 rounds. Each round we progress a little bit more, gives you the opportunity to increase your rate if you'd like to, all that good stuff. So we're just going to start with a big warm-up. You can inhale, lift up all the way, get nice and tall, and then exhale, fold forward, just getting a little bit of mobility into your spine. You're going to inhale, flatten out your back, look forward, and then exhale, lower down. Hold on to opposite elbows here, and just roll side to side in your ragdoll position, bending your low back and your hamstring stretch here. Nod your head yes, shake it no, switch the cross of your elbows, take one more inhale. As you exhale, hands wrap around your waist, give it a squeeze, big inhale as you come on up to stand. Great, we're going to come down again, but this time walk out to a plank. Big inhale, reach up all the way tall, and then exhale, fold forward. From the back of your space, walk your hands forward to your plank pose. From your plank, bring your feet a little bit wider, shoulders over the hands. We're going to go for some shoulder taps. So right hand to the left shoulder, place it down, left hand to the right, and keep going here for 4. 3, 2, and 1. From your plank, you're going to walk your hands back towards your feet. Feet should have been a little bit wider. You're going to walk down into your squat position. We're just going to hold the squat stretch for a couple breaths here, opening up the hips. So you want your tailbone to be facing toward the ground here. Upper body is nice and tall. If you need to hold on to the floor, feel free. We're here for 2 more breaths. So our first circuit is a sumo squat with an upright row. 1 more inhale. As you exhale, I want you to plant firmly into the heels, arms come upright, big inhale to come on up to stand. Great. So, for your sumo squat, let's grab a set of weights. I'm going to start with my lighter weights because I'm not too warm just yet. So we want to go heels out, toes in. So it's a little bit different than your regular squat stance because your feet are a little bit wider. Palms are going to face the thighs, arms are straight. You're going to sit down into your chair so my knees are above my ankles, and then come on up, upright row. Lower down, squat. Exhale, come on up. So we're working the glutes and the inner thighs here. 6 more. Up and squeeze. Inhale, exhale, up. 4 more. Then we're going to hold the upright row. 2 more. Last one. Come on up. Feet come a little bit closer together. Soft bend in the knees, upright row for 10. So we want elbows and shoulders in one straight line. Draw the elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. 5 more. We're going to come in down to a hold in 4. 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees carefully. Put your weights down. Come on back into your sumo squats. Hold here. Knees above the ankles, toes facing out, tailbone points down to the ground. Sit a little bit lower. We're here for 10 more seconds, and you're going to go into 30 seconds of butt kicks. If butt kicks don't work well for you, jogging place, jumping jacks, all that good stuff for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come right up, butt kicks. Helps you even place your hands right at your butt. Kick your hands. 20 seconds. Make sure you're breathing, just a little cardio. We want it to be nice and warm for our next 2 sets. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Grab your weights again. Back to your sumo squat. Toes out, heels in. So second set. Palms face the body. Lower down. Up. Row. Lower the weights. Sit down into your chair. Up, squeeze. Row. We want to make sure the knees track just above the ankles, no further. You should always be able to see your big toes, just as we do in yoga. It's all relative. 5 more. This time, when we go straight to the upright rows, you're going to hold your sumo squat. If that's too much, option just to stand straight up. Last 2. Squeeze. 1 more. Hold. Come on down into your squat, hold it, set it up, and then we have 10 upright rows. Exhale as you pull it up. Pull. 3, Elbows come back, press the knees out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay in your sumo squat, drop the weights, little pulse. Knees a little deeper. 15 seconds here, you're gonna go right into your butt kicks. A little lower, you should feel the glutes and the inner thighs fire up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it. Lift it up, butt kicks. So, shoulders, hips, knees, one straight line, kicking up through the heels. 20 seconds. Body's nice and tall. We have our third and final set coming up. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Grab your weights, final round. After this round, we finish up with a little bit of a core reminder and a little special treat. Toes out, heels in, set it up. Option to increase your weight if you'd like. No pressure. Palms face the body, sumo squat down, up, row for 12. Inhale, exhale, row. 10 more. Squeeze at the top. Connect your breath to your movement. 8, 7. Pull it up. Inhale, exhale. 6. 5 more. 4. Draw those elbows back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Up. 2 more. We're going to come down to that hold. Last one. Row, sit down. Set it up. Get nice and comfortable. Drop the tailbone. 12. Exhale. Exhale. 10. Good. Keep going. Belly button draws in tight toward the spine. 6. 5. 4 more. 3. 2. 1. Hold it up. Put the weights down. Sit down into your sumo squat hold. Hands come out into like a prayer position. Help you bounce a little bit more. Lift the right heel. Lower it down. Lift the left heel. Lower it down. Pulse. Right heel. Left heel. Pulse. 4 more. Right. Left. Pulse. Right. Left. Pulse. Shaking is okay. Holding your breath is not. 3 more. Sit a little lower each time. Pulse. Down. 2 more. 1 more. Hold it down. Hold your last set of butt kicks. 30 seconds and we're on the floor for a little bit. In 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Butt kicks. Release it. Standing up nice and tall. We want there to be a direct straight line from your shoulders to your hips down to your knees. 10 seconds, we're on the floor. Finish up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So our transition down to the floor matters. We're going to walk out into a plank. We have a 60-second plank variation to start it up. Inhale, reach all the way. Exhale, lower down, walk the hands out to your plank pose. So here in your plank, hands are below the shoulders. Feet come out a little bit wider. That's going to help you stabilize your hips. We're holding here for another 20 seconds. And then we go into 5 shoulder taps. And then another 20-second hold. Here we go for the shoulder taps in 3, 2, 1. Opposite hand to opposite shoulder. With your feet nice and wide, there should be minimal movement in the hips. If you feel like your hips are swaying too much side to side, widen your feet. 3 more each side, then we come back to that hold. Keep breathing. 1 more each side. Come on back, hold. Stack your shoulders above the hands. All 10 fingers pointed forward. Drive out the heels, belly button in tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down to the knees, take a quick child pose. Nice job. And then roll up to sit. So we have a couple chest presses coming up. Grab your medium set of weights to start. So we're going to go chest press with a simultaneous glute bridge. So you're going to lower down and walk your feet all the way towards your butt. So just like we do in yoga, give yourselves that little form check. If you sway side to side, you should be able to feel both heels. If not, walk in closer. That means our knees are directly above the heels. That's your symmetry. Grab your weights. So for now, weight is down, hips are down. When you press up, the weights and your hips go up. So take an inhale down, exhale, press everything up. Inhale down, exhale, press up. So the glute bridge is just a little finisher here from our sumo squat. It's a nice compliment, completely optional. If you're feeling like toast, just go for the chest press. Take that little active recovery. 6 more. If you are ditching the glute bridge because your lower back bothers you, bring your knees together, feet wide. That's going to ground the lower back down. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips down. Weights come an inch above the ground. We're not resting here. Little pulse, pulse, pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the weights an inch above the ground. Second set. Glute bridge, chest press. Take an inhale. Exhale, everything lifts. 12. Inhale. Exhale. Down. Up. Inhale. Exhale. 8 more. Press. Up. Halfway, 6 to go. Inhale. Exhale. Connect your breath to your movement. Don't stop breathing. 4 more. We press up, squeeze the glutes at the top. 3, 2. Last one. Hold everything up. Hold. Lift the hips a little higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Lower the hips down. Option to drop one weight. You're going to hold both weights and you're going to place them together for skull crusher. Not actually crush your skull, but tricep extension. So we want the wrists just above the head, elbows and shoulders in one straight line. You have the option to drop one weight if it's too much. This time, butt stays down. I want you to bring your knees together, feet wide. That's going to ground the lower back. Lower the weights down a centimeter above your forehead. Press it up. 10. Inhale. Exhale. Down. Up. Press. 6 more. 5. 4. We're coming down to a hold in 3, 2. Last one. Lower down halfway. Weight should be like a millimeter above your forehead. Elbows are stacked on top of the shoulders. Little lift. Pulse it out. You're lifting it just an inch. Shaking is okay. Holding your breath is not. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. 10 extensions. Finish it. And we'll move on to our second circuit. Press. Inhale. Exhale. 8 to go. Good. Keep those elbows up nice and high. Nice controlled movement. Press and squeeze. 5 more. 4. Keep the lower back on the ground. Minimal arch in the spine. 2 more. Last one. Hold it. Separate the weights. And lower it down. Nice job. Gently place the weights on the ground. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. And then rock forward and backward, eventually gaining enough momentum to rock up to a comfortable seated position. And we've got our next set. So take a quick sip of water if you need it. Option to increase your weight if you'd like. We're moving into a lunge with a bicep curl. So if you're someone who has knee issues or stability is not really your thing today, not a problem. Grab. This is fun. I'm in the gym now. I have all these props. Grab your PVC pole. If you don't have a PVC pole, dining room chair, countertop, something that can stabilize your weight. I'd rather you work on the stabilization and then the weight gets added to it, right? So even the first one, I'm going to do it with the stabilizing surface. So our left foot is forward, right foot is back. So if you're holding on with something for stability, hold it with your right hand. Now, when we set up the lunge, just like we talk about in yoga, you never want to be on a tightrope. We want the hips to be squared forward. So take a big step back with your right leg, both hips pointed forward. Shimmy your right leg as far back as possible, and then line your stabilizing surface with your front lunging leg. Up to your left hand, wrap around your waist, lower down, and up. Inhale, exhale. So maybe you're feeling good today, you can practice on depth since we have that stabilizing surface. If you feel wobbly, push some body weight into that surface, let it support you. 6 more, we're going to come into a hold. 5, up, 4. Maybe you want to test your balance out. Lift that left arm out to the side. 3, 2. Last one. Come on down. Hold. Sit a little lower. You should be able to see your left big toe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay. Take an inhale. Exhale. Big step up to the top. Switch sides. Nice job. So, PVC pole or your stabilizing surface to the other side. We have right foot forward, left foot behind. So again, don't be on a tightrope. Have the hips squared off. Shimmy your back leg as far back as you can get it. You should be on the ball down of that back foot. Lower down into your lunging position. Your surface should be lined up with that right foot. Here we go. Down and up. 2. Inhale. Exhale. Good. 5. Halfway. Maybe reach that right arm out. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Last one. Come on down. Hold it. Take an inhale. Exhale. Big lift up to the top. Shake it off. Drop your stabilizing surface. Grab your weights. Bicep curls. Bend the knees to safely pick your weights up. Soft bend in the knees. So we don't want a major arch in the spine. You don't want to stick your butt out. We want that nice flat back. So shoulders, hips, tailbone drop to the ground. Soft bend in the knees. Palms face up. All the way up. All the way down for 10. Exhale as you lift. 3, 4. Up. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it all the way up, halfway down. So from a side view, it's a push and a pull. Squeeze it back. So just like we did with that upright row, on the back, you want to feel your shoulder blades draw together. Find that shoulder retraction is what it's called. 5 more. Then we're back to curls. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it back. Weights come all the way up, all the way down for 10. Big exhale. Make sure you have that soft bend in your knees. We want a flat spine, not an arched spine. Exhale, pull it up. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Bend the knees to safely put the weights down. You did not get out of your cardio. Sorry, not sorry. 30-second jumping jacks. Keeping the heart rate higher keeps us safe from injuries. If jumping jacks is not for you, tap it out. I'm going to tap it out just so I can talk you through the next 2 sets. 15 seconds. Good. We build up all that lactic acid in the muscles when we do our strength training portion. Cardio helps release it, set us up for success for that second set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Cut it. So, grab your stabilizing surface. Totally optional. You don't have to. Let's start with the left foot forward. Right foot back. So remember, don't be on a tightrope. Line your stabilizing surface up with your front leg. Shimmy your back leg as far as possible. So when you lunge, you never want a flat foot. You always want to be on the ball mount of your foot. Here we go. Down and up. 2. Press. Inhale. Exhale. 5 more. 4. We have a hold coming up. 3, 2. Last one. Come on down. Hold. Left arm reaches up. Right arm reaches up. Sink a little lower. A little lower. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Take an inhale. Exhale. Step up to the top. Nice job. Grab your supporting surface again. Let's set it up for the other side. Right foot forward, left foot back. Set it up so you're on the ball mount of that back foot. Shimmy your leg as far back as you can. Here we go. Down, up. Connect your breath to your movement. Inhale as you lower down. Exhale, press up. We want to think about energetically drawing the thighs together. That keeps the hips squared off, helps you maintain your balance. So same little cue I use for yoga. There's an imaginary piece of paper between your thighs. You don't want it to move. Squeeze the thighs together. 3 more we hold. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Come on down. Hold. Right arm up. Left arm up. Sit a little lower. Inhale all the way. Exhale out completely. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale. Step it up to the Bend the knees to safely pick your weights up. Maybe you want to increase your weight. Totally optional. Palms face up to the ceiling. All the way up. Now circle. Down and around, up. Down and around, and up. Good. 3. Elbows stay glued to your side body. Exhale as you finish. Pull it up. 5 more. 4. Pull it up. 3. And up. 2. 1 more. Pull it all the way up. Lower it down. Rotate the palms toward your body. Hammer curls. Good. Exhale, pull it up. Same thing. You're not using momentum. You're using strength here. So elbows stay glued to your side body. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Nice job. Bend the knees. You safely put the weights down. 30 seconds of jumping jacks. Let's go. Or tap outs. You build up all that tension and release it through the cardio set. 20 seconds. You have your last set of lunges. And then we're on the floor to finish up. Good. Keep going. 10. Breathe, breathe, breathe. None of this matters if you're not breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it off. Nice job. Grab a quick sip if you need it. We've got 1 more set. So if you're feeling good, you want an extra challenge, feel free to ditch your surface. Hold on to 2 weights. Totally optional, not a requirement. I'll demonstrate. So, left foot forward, right foot back. Nothing fancy, just helps to challenge your balance a little bit more. Always way is to press. No pressure, this is your workout, you listen to your body. Left foot forward, right foot back. Be on square surface here with hips not on a tightrope. Here we go. Down and up. Inhale down, exhale up. Weight should literally just feel like dead weight here in your arms. We're not doing anything fancy with it, just challenging the balance. Inhale, exhale. 5 more. If you start to feel wobbly, pick a spot that's not moving in front of you. Stare at it. 3, 2. Last one, come on down, hold it. Flip the palms up, 10 curls. Aha. Big exhale, pull it up. Inhale, exhale. Make sure you're maintaining that lunge. Good, keep curling. 5, 4, 3, finish it. 2, and 1. Lower the weights down, step it up. Switch it out. Right foot forward, left foot back. Don't be on that tightrope, be squared off. Shimmy back up to the ball mount of your left heel. Last set, let's go. Down and up. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Good. You should always be able to see your front big toe. Press up. 6, 5. We're coming down to that hold and curl. 3, 2. Last one. Come on down. Hold your lunge. Palms face the body this time. Hammer curls for 10, 9, 8. Body tall. Exhale, lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down. Literally drop the weights and step it up to the top. Nice job. We're going to take that little plank walk out. Have your weights nearby. We're doing that same thing again. Chest presses and tricep extensions. So maybe you're feeling good and you want to challenge yourselves and increase your weight. Maybe not. Totally fine. So we've got a 60-second plank. You're going to hold for 60 seconds. Travel down to the forearms, back up to the hands for 20. And then back to our plank hold for 20. At the back of your space, big inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down, and walk your hands forward. Set up your plank. I recommend bringing your feet a little bit wider. We want to think about hip stabilization. Make sure your face is right in between your hands. That means your shoulders will line up with the hands. We're going to come down into the forearms, press back up to the hands for 20 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Come down, down, up, up. Come down on the opposite side. Try not to let those hips move. If you feel like your hips are moving, bring your feet a little wider. One more each side, then we come back to our hold. Last time. Press up, hold 20 seconds. So we've got one more set of those glute bridges, chest press, tricep extension, one little set of abs, done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees, take a child's pose. Whew. When you're ready, sit up. Let's get right to it. So maybe you want to increase your weight this time, totally optional. You're going to lower down. If your lower back is starting to get bothered by those bridges, absolutely feel free to ditch the bridge. And what I would recommend if your back is bothering you, knees together, feet wide. Otherwise, walk your feet all the way back towards your butt. Hands are holding onto the weights. Elbows are an inch above the ground. Here we go. Take an inhale. Exhale. Chest press, glute bridge for 12. Inhale. Exhale. Down. Up. Inhale. Exhale. 8 to go. Squeeze your cheeks up at the top nice and high. Press. 6. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Lower everything down, butt drops down, elbows stay an inch above the ground, little pulse. So for our final set of chest work, we're going to transition the arms into a chest fly. 3, 2, 1, stop. Press your weights all the way up. Rotate your palms to face each other. So a chest fly is a little bit more challenging than the press. You want to have a soft bend in the elbow. So let's just do one to demonstrate. You're going to inhale, lower down, hover above the ground, and exhale like you're hugging a beach ball. Keep it nice and wide. Let's add the glute bridge. Lower the weights down. Exhale, glutes come up. Chest fly. Inhale. Exhale. 10 more. Press up. Squeeze your cheeks up at the top. Make it active. Up. 7. 6 more. 5. 4 more. 3. 2. And 1, hold the weights up, drop the hips, back to those skull crushers like we did earlier. So, if you need to ditch your weight, totally fine. This time, butt stays down, knees together, feet wide. Switch the hands so they're just above the forehead now. Elbows and shoulders, one straight line. Lower down, big press up for 10. 9, inhale, exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it up, and then lower it down. Nice job. You're going to ditch one weight. Hold one weight in your hand. We've got one more set here. So holding on to the weight, both edges of the weight here, you're going to lift the weight up to about belly button height. You're going to lower the weight down with straight arms. It's going to tap overhead. Exhale, pull it up. So a little bit of lat and shoulder work here. Inhale, exhale. We're also working the core if you want to add a little extension here. So feet come up, knees above the hips. As you lower, the arms down, the heels come down, tap the ground, everything taps. Big exhale, draw it up. Just 10 here. Inhale, exhale. 8. Finish it up. 7. Last bit of work. 6. 5 more. 5. 4. 3 more. 2. And 1. Nice job. Gently lower the feet down. Toss your weight off to the side. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Find that nice lower back stretch. And then when you're ready, gently rock forward and backward, gaining enough momentum to come back up to a seated position. And you are all done today, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me.
I'm getting ready to jump in with a couple clients.